Hi, my name is Lorraine Massey. This is Devachan Salon in Soho. We have 4 locations, and it's all for you. It's all for the curly girl, and it's all for whoever wants to be natural, actually, not just curly hair, but for all hair types. Curly hair is a lifestyle. Like, this is it, till death do we part. This is me. This is you. Anybody that has got a keratin straightener or a straightening in their hair, she's just a curly girl waiting to happen. So when you're ready and your hair's, oh, excuse me, you dropped your hair. Deva, we're here for you. So frizz is why a lot of women hate their curls, and really the frizz is just a curl waiting to happen, and frizz is just a curl begging for moisture. As soon as you moisturize it and you keep it hydrated, stop shampooing it, stop using silicones, I promise you, everybody has the potential of beautiful hair, whether you're dead naturally straight or kinky curly. Everyone can have beautiful hair, everyone, if you have it. We would look at you, as an individual, not as a one-fits-all, which is what's been going on. So we'll take your hair type, we'll look at it, we'll study it, we'll cut it, we'll discuss it, because the hair is very visual. I can see you, you can see me. So you can see this curl, you can see where it lives. So it's a very visual thing, your hair. You can't hide it. We cut all of our clients dry because we wear a hair dry, and because when your hair's wet, it contracts, it expands. When it dries, it contracts, and that's why a lot of curly girls hate their hair too. Cut my hair wet, it dries. It could dry up to my chin, and I will have to kill you. But at the same time, this makes sense to a lot of curly girls. They see their shape happening as we're cutting it. As you can see, she's got so many different curl variations on her head, so many different formations that are so different and unique. Look how short that one appears. If we cut that wet, that would appear the same length, and then when it dries, it contracts. But every head on our hair is where it's supposed to be, and we cut it in its position, and you can't really go wrong. It dries in its position. You save a lot of money being natural. Curls are green as well, so you don't need as many haircuts if you're not using detergents, blow frying it, straightening it. Your hair just grows beautifully, and you just come in for maintenance trims, or if you want something really different. We'll trim your hair, then we'll cleanse you. And as we're going through the cleansing process, we will prescribe prescribed hair dressings for you, and we'll also teach you how to cleanse and style your hair once you leave the salon. So you can write things down. A lot of people bring their podcast, some people actually film it and they take it home with them. Again, curly hair is not a trend, it's a lifestyle, and it is for life. I'm going to have this all my life, and I'm going to look after it and own it. We have a product called No Poo, which means no. Exactly. No poo means there's no horrible detergents in it. There's no silicones. There's nothing that will hurt your hair as you wear it every day of your life. What really cleans you is motion. So Brian is now doing a cleanse, but the motion is what's cleansing her scalp. And it's also keeping her hair, he's not knotting her hair up as he's cleansing her too. So, and you can see there's no bubbles. Another thing about the shampoo, if we use shampoo on our hair, it will take 6 gallons more water to rinse out. And you're going to see when we cleanse out the No Poo, we just use 1/3 of that. If you're a new curly girl and you're coming off the straightening epidemic, expect to leave as yourself. Nobody else but just you. You might not be ready. A lot of us aren't at first because we're so used to seeing our hair contained and pulled down. A lot of people are shocked with what they see because a lot of people haven't seen or ever seen their hair ever as is. So sometimes it takes a lot of getting used to. You leave with yourself, and some of us don't always not ready. Some of us are. But usually by the time you get here, you're ready. This all started from self-hatred of my own hair, basically, but also going into an industry that actually made me hate my hair even more. So what I did is I wrote a book called Curly Girl, not thinking that it was, a few people were probably going to buy it, but it turned out there was a lot of curly girls out there looking totally underhydrated for real information. So it's called Curly Girl. the handbook, and it's the expanded edition, and it's absolutely obsessive. If you don't like your curls after that book, it's because you don't want to. It's universal need, whether it's this big or this small, is hydration. And that's what allows it to stay in its natural form and have healthy hair. If we brush that out and mistreat it, it could look really awful. You know, I know I've got some frizzy, curly hair, but like that's what that would probably look like if it's not treated well. So, you know, that shampooed hair that was probably razor cut. This is hair that stayed hydrated right until the ends, because remember, this is the end of the hair. Yeah, not totally untrue. You lose more hair if you're pulling it at the root and trying to make it something it's not. It wears out. And you can see the stress on the scalp. As you can see a lot of women on TV, you can see through their hairlines, because your hairline is a little bit like a seam. So if you pull on a seam, you're going to see it, you know, like if you're wearing an ill-fitting dress, you can see that it's too tight. It's a little bit like that. And but if you are natural and you're working with it, I think it's better for your face. I think when your hair's pulled down straight, look, you're not supposed to. Like, my hair's not supposed to be straight. My hair is what it's supposed to be, and I think that ultimately suits you regardless of your face shape. There's so many women that are not free with their hair. They won't work out, they won't do spontaneous sports, they won't do anything spontaneous that might reveal them as they are. And I don't know about that. I think that's modern day slavery. Just like looking at somebody who is really truly like comfortable with who they are, I feel that is sensuality, sexuality, that is it all. It's when you see all these masks now, like over protruding lips and discombobulated faces of girls that are far too young to be, because you can't go back from that. You just can't go back from that. So I think it's just, there's not many places that just say, no, you're beautiful. Everyone's like, oh, well, you sure you want that? Do you want to change this? This is not about that. This is about you and you loving everything about you and just taking that into the world, you know, regardless of where we're from.